You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I don't know if you can feel that or not, but there is some excitement brewing amongst the Indiana Fever fan base, the Iowa Hawkeye fan base, the Caitlin Clark fan base. I can tell it on this channel. The last 5 days, all of a sudden, this channel is woke back up. And all it took was
Caitlin Clark just unleashed pure fury, eviscerating Big Ten referees on social media after a technical foul call that sent shockwaves through the sports world. This wasn't merely a tweet, it was a digital Death Star blast, targeting the very officials who dared to police genuine athletic emotion on the court. Her words instantly ignited a firestorm, putting the league on blast for a call so questionable it sparked outrage from the most celebrated athlete in women's basketball today. The fallout was immediate, signaling a new era of accountability for seemingly arbitrary calls that stifle the game's energy.
Involving Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark made a social media appearance today. She did. And in true Caitlin Clark fashion, she eviscerated a referee. She completely crushed a referee for a call during the Iowa game. Now, Caitlin, the NFL is on today. I was like, are you watching basketball? Look, you get a pass every other day except Sunday afternoon. You ain't got to watch basketball.
After a brief hiatus, Caitlin Clark is undeniably back in the spotlight, not just for her legendary play, but for speaking truth to power with an unyielding voice. With recent news of her involvement with Team USA, the entire fan base from Indiana Fever to Iowa Hawkeyes has reawakened, sensing a vibrant new energy surrounding her. This re-energized Clark, now fully healthy, chose this specific moment to make a profound statement that transcended mere basketball, becoming a rallying cry against stifling genuine athletic passion. Her immense influence extends far beyond the court, making her a formidable voice in shaping the sport.
Caitlin Clark calls out a questionable referee decision in the Iowa game. Let's take a look at this, folks, because Taylor Strimlow would get a block in this game, and it was filthy. So she not only got the block, but she got in the defender's offender's face, and let him hear about it. And I thought, well, that's just a little Dikembe Mutombo kind of fire for you folks that have watched the NBA back when the NBA was good.
The core of this explosive controversy centers on a recent Iowa Hawkeyes game, where superstar guard Taylor Strimlow delivered an absolutely filthy block, a defensive masterclass that instantly became a highlight reel moment. This wasn't just any ordinary defensive play. It was a showcase of raw athleticism, impeccable timing, and fierce competitive fire. The crowd erupted in a wave of enthusiasm, and Strimlow, fueled by the intense adrenaline of the moment, allowed herself a brief, well-earned expression of pure elation and undeniable dominance. It was a play that should have been universally celebrated for its sheer brilliance and impact.
And their offensive rating is 25th in the country. It's a great block by Ava Hyden.
Okay, so she gave a little flex. Look at this. Taylor got a little flex when she's right here, she right here. The offender goes to shoot the ball, and she got stuffed in the Hades. And Taylor's going to give a little flex right here. Watch this flex. Yeah, right there. A little flex right there. She's flexing, and then she goes off. One more time. Let's run it.
21st in the country.
And the flex. Ooh.
Following her incredible game-changing block, Taylor Strimlow did what many athletes naturally do in the heat of competition. She flexed. It was a small yet incredibly powerful gesture, a little flex directed right in the face of the opposition, letting them unequivocally know exactly who had just dominated that defensive play. This spontaneous display of confidence mirrored the iconic swagger of legendary NBA players like Dikembe Mutombo, who famously wagged his finger after blocks, a signature display of emotion that became synonymous synonymous with his Hall of Fame career. This was pure unadulterated passion, not aggression.
What the bleep? What the bleep? They called Taylor.
I think Jan Jensen might have just gotten teed up.
Yeah. On Stremlow, I guess for showing some emotion here. All right? Showing some emotion. In case you're wondering, Iowa won this game 86-72. Fairfield ain't no joke. I saw somebody say something earlier. They're struggling with Fairfield. Well, Fairfield was like, I think I read Fairfield was 59-5 the last couple of years with two trips to the.
Then came the moment that truly stunned everyone watching the game live. A technical foul was inexplicably called on Stromlo for this seemingly innocuous display of emotion. The broadcast announcers were visibly bewildered, exclaiming, "What the bleep?" in disbelief. This was notably not a foul for physical contact, traditional unsportsmanlike conduct, or anything detrimental to the actual flow of the game itself. It was simply for showing some emotion, an utterly baffling decision that immediately raised profound questions about the referee's judgment, priorities, and understanding of competitive sportsmanship. The atmosphere shifted instantly from celebratory to utterly incredulous.
Emotion. Oh. I mean, Caitlin Clark. Let me clear this up for the Big Ten officials, the refs. The most popular female athlete in the world. Just, how am I going to put this without it sounding bad? Nah, fuck, bleep it. I almost said F it. I really did. Caitlin Clark just shit all over you. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just blasted you in the space. You just got the go.
It's crucial to provide context for this baffling call. Iowa actually won this particular game against Fairfield, securing an impressive 86-72 victory. Furthermore, Fairfield is far from a pushover team. They boast an incredible 59-5 record over the past couple of years, with 2 commendable trips to the NCAA tournament dance. This significant context is vital because it clearly shows that Stromo's emotional outburst was not a desperate, frustrated display in a losing effort, but rather a natural, justified expression of a highly competitive athlete thriving and celebrating in a challenging, high-stakes environment. The stakes were undeniably real, and the opponent legitimately formidable.
Shit all over you. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just blasted you in the space. You just got the GOAT equivalent of the Death Star blowing you up on social media. Yes, 911, I would like to report that. Cook up, GOAT. This is going to break X. Cue the unhinged haters frothing at the mouth. Ugh. I'm a boy Sneaky Pete with the thumbs up. Yeah, all she was doing was hulking up. Yeah, she did a Hulk.
Almost instantly, Caitlin Clark leveraged her massive platform on social media platform X, unleashing her now viral and incendiary take on the baffling situation. Her post, prominently featuring laughing emojis, emphatically declared, "No way they just gave Strumlow a tech for that." But she didn't stop there. She added a powerful, unequivocal statement that resonated deeply. Refs have to let the girls show emotion. This was clearly not just a casual observation or a simple complaint. It was a direct, pointed challenge to the officiating standards, an urgent demand for immediate change coming directly from the sport's biggest, most influential star.
Terrible. Man. They're practicing so they can officiate the WNBA. That's the next generation. Is that the next generation of WNBA? Right here. Auditioning for the WNBA, they will fit right in. They will fit right in. Seriously. Exactly. These are weak officials. Not a good look for the Big Ten. Refs are weak. Everyone's so soft these days. Flex on that ass. I mean, honestly, come on.
The sheer explosive impact of Caitlin Clark's powerful tweet was immediately likened by many to a Death Star blowing you up on social media. This hyperbolic yet incredibly fitting description perfectly captures the immense force and truly devastating effect of her carefully chosen words. As the single most popular female athlete in the entire world, her singular tweet carries an unparalleled weight capable of generating an incredible amount of attention and intense public scrutiny. It wasn't merely a critique of a call, it was for all intents and purposes an absolute obliteration of the referee's credibility in the court of public opinion. Taylor Stromlo's powerful flex and visible emotional display following her incredible block were further eloquently described as embodying a Hulk smash situation. This vivid image immediately conjures up a powerful vision of an athlete letting loose with raw, unbridled energy and pure, passionate intensity. This compelling comparison perfectly highlights the natural, almost primal instinct to celebrate triumph and dominance in competitive sports, particularly after executing a truly dominant play. It serves as an important reminder that sports are fundamentally about passion, intense competition, and the occasional exhilarating hulking up moment, which should be celebrated, not unfairly penalized. The commentator speaking on the matter did not hold back, unequivocally labeling the officials involved as weak and emphatically stating that this incident was not a good look for the Big Ten refs or for the league's officiating standards as a whole. This strong sentiment clearly reflects a broader, palpable frustration among passionate fans and discerning commentators who genuinely believe that modern officiating frequently errs on the side of excessive control, thereby stifling the very emotions that are integral to making competitive sports truly compelling and engaging. The call was widely perceived as a severe overreach, a clear sign of fragility rather than equitable and fair enforcement of rule. This singular, controversial incident sparks a truly critical and far-reaching discussion about the very future of women's basketball and the vital role that emotion plays within it. If highly skilled players are to be consistently penalized for authentic displays of passion, emotions that are routinely celebrated and encouraged in men's sports, it fundamentally creates an unfair and damaging double standard within the game. Clark's powerful challenge emphatically highlights the urgent need for officials to adapt their perspective, genuinely understanding that a vibrant, engaging, and growing game thrives on personality, spontaneous reactions, and the raw authenticity of its athletes, who increasingly draw millions of captivated viewers. A particularly cynical yet undeniably poignant observation was made regarding the future trajectory of these officials. They're practicing so they can officiate the WNBA. What's the next generation of WNBA right here auditioning for the WNBA? They will fit right in. This sarcastic jab carries a weighty undertone, strongly suggesting that such weak and restrictive officiating is precisely what many fear will unfortunately plague the professional league, thereby stifling the crucial growth and inherent entertainment value of the sport by being excessively restrictive. It represents a genuinely worrying premonition for the sport's highest, most visible level. The public reaction to this incident, significantly amplified and propelled by Caitlin Clark's enormous and influential platform, was immediate, swift, and overwhelmingly supportive of Taylor Stromlo, while simultaneously being scathingly critical of the Big Ten referees. Comments such as "everyone's so soft these days," "flex on that ass," rapidly flooded social media platforms, powerfully echoing a widespread frustration. This isn't just about the isolated event of a single technical foul. It encapsulates a significant cultural shift where fans increasingly demand authenticity, raw passion, and genuine emotion from their beloved athletes, unequivocally rejecting any attempts to sanitize or stifle the competitive spirit. While fiercely advocating for her teammate Taylor Stromlo, it's also worth briefly noting a deeply personal challenge Caitlin Clark faced recently, adding another layer to her public persona: the unfortunate loss of her beloved puppy. This poignant detail, though seemingly separate from the basketball controversy, subtly underscores the immense pressure, emotional landscape, and personal hardship she navigates daily, making her public stand even more impactful and courageous. Despite experiencing such personal grief, she remained fully engaged and remarkably outspoken on issues she deemed important, further solidifying her role not just as an athlete, but as a compassionate and principled leader. Imagine the perspective of Taylor Stromlo, delivering an absolutely incredible highlight reel defensive play, feeling that powerful surge of adrenaline and elation, only to be immediately penalized for daring to express that raw emotion. This technical foul isn't merely a minor scorekeeping anomaly, it's a profound dampener on a young athlete's spirit and enthusiasm, potentially discouraging future displays of natural passion and competitive fire. It undeniably sends a chilling message that unbridled joy and intense competitive spirit are unwelcome, which could have a deeply detrimental and lasting effect on the spontaneity and authenticity that truly define the game. The immense power of Caitlin Clark's voice in this situation cannot be overstated. She isn't just an exceptionally talented athlete, she is unequivocally a cultural phenomenon. Her outspoken voice carries an unparalleled weight and resonance, especially when she chooses to advocate for the authenticity and integrity of women's basketball. When she speaks out on an issue, the entire sports world, from casual fans to league executives, listens intently. Her viral tweet was far more than a simple complaint. It was a powerful public endorsement of her teammates' passion and a stinging condemnation of officials who seemingly fail to grasp the fundamental essence of competitive spirit. This controversial incident guarantees that Big Ten officials, and quite possibly others across the landscape of college basketball, will now face significantly heightened scrutiny from fans, media, and potentially even their own oversight bodies. Every emotional reaction, every single technical foul called for unsportsmanlike conduct, will now undoubtedly be viewed through the critical lens of the infamous Strumlow technical. Clark's powerful public shaming has forcefully cast a bright spotlight onto what many perceive as deeply inconsistent or excessively strict officiating, thereby demanding greater transparency, accountability, and ultimately a more reasonable approach from those entrusted with governing the game. The controversy surrounding this particular technical foul feeds directly into a much larger, ongoing, and increasingly passionate debate about officiating standards across all levels and types of sports. Are referees becoming overly quick to penalize genuine emotion? Is there a significant generational gap in understanding what genuinely constitutes acceptable spirited displays of passion versus truly unsportsmanlike conduct? This specific technical foul, so powerfully highlighted by Caitlin Clark, has rapidly become a flashpoint for these critical questions, vigorously pushing for a fundamental reevaluation of how competitive sports are policed, especially within the vital context of player engagement and the overall fan experience. The commentator even ventured into speculative territory, discussing potential repercussions for Caitlin Clark herself, dramatically suggesting that the WNBA might seriously figure out how to fine you for this tweet. While this might indeed be a dramatic overstatement of immediate likelihood, it powerfully underscores the inherent tension that often exists between authentic player expression and tightly controlled league authority. It starkly highlights the real potential for athletes to face punitive action or disciplinary measures for simply speaking out, even when they are passionately championing what many, including countless fans and fellow players, believe to be legitimate and crucial concerns about the game's integrity and its very spirit. This entire explosive episode, powerfully ignited by Caitlin Clark's unwavering and outspoken stance, undeniably marks a truly pivotal moment for the role of emotion in competitive sports. It sends a clear, resounding message that athletes, particularly women in a sport gaining immense popularity, demand the fundamental freedom to express their passion, joy, and competitive fire without constant fear of arbitrary and stifling penalties. The epic backlash against the Big Ten referees serves as a powerful, unambiguous reminder. The very heart and soul of the game fundamentally lie in its vibrant human element, and stifling that essential emotion risks alienating the passionate fans who are truly essential to making sports thrive. The crucial conversation on this vital topic has, without a doubt, only just begun.